Hello and welcome back to Sachi Studio, where elegance meets inspiration and every room tells a story. If you're someone who dreams in pastels, cherishes ornate details, and finds comfort in classic sophistication, you're in for a real treat. Today's video is an immersive journey into a vision of serenity, refinement, and timeless beauty, the Regal French tea room with Swan chairs and a marble fireplace. So grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's begin our exploration into one of the most exquisite interior concepts we've ever featured. Your home, your story, beautifully told. French tea room elegance. Swan chairs, gilded decor and marble fireplace tour. The essence of a French tea room, a legacy of leisure. Let's start by understanding what makes a French tea room so utterly special. Historically, tea rooms in France were elegant parlors where intellectuals, artists, and socialites gathered for sophisticated conversation over delicate porcelain cups. More than a space for drinking tea, it was a sanctuary for the refined rituals of life, aesthetic pleasure, meaningful dialogue, and the quiet luxury of time well spent. A French tea room is never just about tea. It's about what surrounds the experience, the art on the walls, the quality of light, the intricate molding, the ornate furniture, and the aura of timelessness that invites one to pause and savor life. In designing a Regal French tea room for the modern home, we pay homage to these classic values, while infusing them with a fresh sense of purpose and modern comfort. Architectural foundations, the bones of elegance. The success of this tea room design begins with architectural intention. Think high ceilings adorned with crown moldings, perhaps embellished with gold leaf accents for a regal touch. The walls, softly paneled with traditional boiserie, painted in pale hues, antique white, blush beige, or dove gray, to reflect natural light and enhance the room's ethereal quality. Windows are tall and draped with flowing silk or velvet curtains, sometimes accented with French tiebacks or tassels. The room may be square or oval, with deliberate symmetry that frames the fireplace as the central focal point. Light plays a crucial role here, not harsh or clinical, but filtered through sheer linens, bouncing gently off chandeliers and mirrored surfaces. The ceiling may feature a medallion, hand-painted or gilded, from which a crystal chandelier descends, delicate, romantic, and utterly timeless. This is architecture not meant to impose, but to elevate. The marble fireplace, part of the tea room. At the very soul of this regal French tea room stands the marble fireplace. It is not just a heat source, it is an heirloom moment, a sculptural anchor. The choice of marble is essential. Opt for white Carrara with soft gray veining for a cooler, classic look, or Rosa Aurora if you wish to warm the palette subtly with peach pink undertones. The surround is carved with Rococo details, floral motifs, shell flourishes, and scrollwork. Above the mantel, a gilded Louis XV mirror reflects candlelight and movement, visually expanding the room. Flanked by antique wall sconces, the fireplace becomes the unspoken invitation to sit, converse, and relax. On colder days, a fire flickering in the grate transforms the room into a cocoon of comfort. On warmer days, the fireplace can be styled with tapered candles, vintage books, or a cloche of preserved roses. Every season brings a new way to honor this stately centerpiece. Swan chairs, the elegance of form and fantasy. Now let's talk about what may be the most iconic piece in this tea room, the Swan chair. Inspired by the grandeur of French Rococo and neoclassical silhouettes, these chairs elevate sitting into an art form. The swan-shaped armrests, delicately carved from limed oak or antique walnut, sweep gracefully into the frame of the seat, evoking mythology, beauty, and tranquility. Upholstered in damask, velvet, or silk jacquard, swan chairs are not only sculptural but supremely comfortable. The palette here leans toward pastel rose, celadon green, powder blue, or cream with gold threading. Imagine a circle of 4 or 6 swan chairs arranged intimately around a low tea table. Their wings outstretched, they create a symbolic nest, a gentle embrace for conversation. They don't just decorate the room, they define its soul. Each chair can be a standalone statement or part of a matching set. For added drama, consider contrasting upholstery or gilded legs. Place a lace or crochet throw over one, or a tiny satin pillow on another. The little details matter. The heartbeat of ritual, the tea setting. At the center of the room stands a low, oval-shaped tea table, perhaps marble-topped, perhaps wood with an inlaid floral motif. Upon it, an arrangement that beckons you in, a vintage Limoges tea set, delicate silver spoons, crystal sugar cubes, a porcelain tiered tray holding petit fours, and a linen napkin gently folded with care. Every element here is a nod to ceremony. To sit and sip tea becomes a gesture of grace. Even if it's just you and a book, the experience is made beautiful by the intention of the design. Fresh flowers, roses, peonies, or lavender sprigs, breathe life onto the table. A small candelabra or tea warmer adds warmth and movement. For the scent lover, a soft, powdery amber and vanilla diffuser completes the multisensory moment. walls, art, and accessories, curating beauty. Now let's turn our attention to the vertical layers, the walls and everything upon them. Art in a French tea room is not bold or abstract, it is romantic, impressionistic, and historical. Think Fragonard, Marie Laurencin, or vintage botanical illustrations. Frames are ornate and gilded, often oval-shaped, arranged with care rather than clutter. A gallery wall may feature cameos, miniature portraits, or antique hand fans. On sideboards or narrow consoles, place crystal vases, porcelain figurines, or stacked vintage books with pressed flowers between their pages. Every corner of the room should whisper a story, invite a glance, or cradle a memory. Flooring should be wood, herringbone parquet if possible, topped with an Aubusson rug or one with a faded floral tapestry pattern. The room is not cold or minimal, it is textured, layered, and exquisitely personal. Lighting the story, soft, glowing, eternal. Lighting in a Regal French tea room should mimic candlelight, soft, warm, and flattering. In addition to the central crystal chandelier, introduce wall sconces, vintage table lamps with pleated silk shades, or hanging lanterns with frosted glass. Dimmer switches allow for flexibility, full light for midday hosting, soft glows for evening solitude. Candles, always, whether beeswax tapers in brass holders or scented tea lights in delicate cups. Remember, in French design, ambience is an emotion, not an accident. Every source of light is part of the visual poetry. Color story, painting with light and emotion. The color palette of this tea room is its signature. Begin with creamy whites and soft grays as the base. Layer in pale lavender, duck egg blue, moss green, or ballerina pink. These hues are not saturated, they're powdered, muted, kissed by light. Accents of antique gold. Brushed bronze, or champagne silver bring subtle richness. Florals, in fabrics, on wallpaper, or through fresh arrangements, provide life and a sense of the outdoors inside. This is not a space that shouts. It whispers. It invites. It envelopes you like the scent of jasmine in spring. Living the room, function with fantasy. You might wonder, is this room too pretty to use? Never. A Regal French tea room is designed to be lived in. Host your book club here. Share afternoon tea with your daughter. Use it for quiet journaling or music appreciation. It's a room of ceremony, not because it demands formality, but because it honors daily rituals as acts of beauty. Whether you're sipping oolong or sketching in your notebook, this space becomes a canvas for slow living. Even in a modern home, this room is a pause button, a return to grace, to pleasure, to intentional presence. And there you have it, your invitation into the world of refined relaxation, timeless decor, and Parisian elegance, the Regal French tea room with swan chairs and a marble fireplace. We hope this concept has inspired you to see your home not just as a place, but as a living narrative, a story you write with every choice, every object, and every quiet moment. If you loved today's journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow design lovers. Tell us in the comments, what's your dream element in a French tea room? Is it the swan chair, the marble fireplace, or the feeling of pure timelessness? Until next time, this is Sachi Studio, your home, your story, beautifully told.